Hi, George Fasching here, helping you unlock your team's genius. In this series in the Power of Threes, I will be focusing on my 3 encouragements to you to get the absolute most out of your refinement sessions that you have with your team. And as in other videos in the series, I'm going to use just 3 minutes to share those 3 encouragements with you. All right, let's put 3 minutes on the clock. Right, so the first 3 things to help you get the most out of your refinement sessions are, firstly, involving the whole team. Seems obvious, but not always the case. Have enough of these refinement sessions, also seems kind of obvious, but we'll go into it in a bit more detail. And last but not least, be mindful of how much time you spend on each item as you work through your refinements time. Okay, so in the remaining 2.5 minutes, we'll look at each of those 3 encouragements in a little bit more detail. Right, so involving the whole team. As you know, usually team size should never be double digits, right? Ideally, you want to be around 7 people in a fully cross-functional team, and you need to have everyone on board that's required in order to create the product or service that you're working on together. Now, sometimes people get carried away and they think, well, not everybody really needs to be part of this, but the issues that come with that is that if only a part of the team participates in a refinement session, then the people who don't participate, they don't contribute to the development of the work items that are covered in the refinement sessions. So the team as a whole doesn't actually have a collective and synchronized awareness of the product as a whole, right? So you always want to make sure that you involve the whole team in those sessions, right? So the second point, having enough of them, that's really the only very general guidance that I can give, because it's not as easy as saying, well, for every week that is in your planning and work cycle, or in your iteration or sprint if you're practicing Scrum, you need to have 1 hour of refinement time. That could be enough, but it may not be enough. And if something is somewhat straightforward to work through and people have worked together for a long time, that may even be too much. So you need to have enough of them, and you want to start with maybe 1 hour for every week that is in your iteration. But you need to work out in your team what actually works best for your product flow throughout the iteration. So you might have 1 hour per week. You might have 1 session of 2 hours in the middle of the 2 weeks, or you might split them up into 4 half-hour sessions. You might increase the time, reduce the time, right? So that's something that you want to look back at in your retrospectives and make sure that you have just enough time. So you want to ensure that you have enough work prepared to get you all the way through the next iteration and a little bit beyond that. Anything further than that would be not necessarily setting you up to the right point. So the last thing is that you want to be mindful of how much time you spend on each item. If you're splitting things down to a small size, that's generally a good thing. But if you then get carried away spending too much time splitting each item and is actually not really valuable anymore to continue that conversation, it might be enough to say, okay, it's split down enough, it's small enough, we can work through the rest, and we'll carry on to the next item. And that is 3 minutes on my top 3 encouragements to help you get the most out of your refinement sessions with your team. So thank you very much for your time. If you have any thoughts on this, please share them in the comments. If you found information in this video useful, please hit the like button. If you want to get updated on future videos in this series or other future videos in this channel, please subscribe and hit the subscribe button. If you have ideas for other videos, please again share them in the comments. So until next time, thank you very much. My name is George, and I'm here to help you unlock your team's genius, and happy teaming. Thank you very much. Bye bye.